Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another ultimate review by Purecast 9. In today's episode, I'm going to give you the most unbiased review of the Zoook Upbeat Bluetooth Stereo Earphones. Now, the awesome folks over at Zoook were kind enough to send me a unit and they said, would you like to review it? And I was like, of course I would. So here we are. Now, before we begin, I must tell you that this is not a paid review. Zoook is not paying me anything to promote their product. They simply want me to give my honest opinion on the product on my channel, and that is exactly what I'm doing. Thus, I have the liberty of saying all that I love about these earphones and the things that they can improve upon. With that said, let's begin. These are Bluetooth earphones. Feature-wise, they rock Bluetooth version 5, which is really good because it has low energy consumption. Thus, you technically get longer battery life, and it's got a much more stable connection with your phone, even with distances of up to 10 meters. I mean, previous earphones also claimed that, but because the Bluetooth version is not 5, you have breaks. With this, it's got you covered. Now, it's got a 70 milliamp hour battery built inside. They claim it's good for 4 to 6 hours of playback, but at the higher end, that 6 hours you're going to get if you play it at say 50% volume. If you play it at a max volume, you can get around 4 to 4.5 hours of continuous playback, which is still pretty impressive. So they come with different size ear tips, so make sure you find the right fit for you because that will give you the best passive noise cancellation. It will block out the outside noise and you'll get the best audio experience. These are really good for use when you're working out or you're jogging, wherever, because they stay very securely in your ear and they're also splash resistant. So if you're sweating, if you're in the rain, it's got you covered. You've got nothing to worry about. Now, it's got inline microphone, so answering and ending calls is a breeze. You don't need to take out your phone. When you get a call, it'll announce the number, not the name, but it'll ring and you'll get to know which number you're getting the call from. And with the inline controls, you have the usual buttons: the volume up, volume down button, the play pause button, which also doubles as the power off and on button, and the answering and ending call button. You can also skip tracks and do all that from the control over there. So no need to take out your phone, which is pretty good. Since these rest on your neck, you always have the fear that if you're running, when you're not using them, or if you're bending down to pick up something, you have the fear of the headphones falling off, right? Well, they've got you covered as well because the earphones themselves have magnetic backs which attach to one another. So when you're not using them, just attach them and they form a loop and it's secure. It's not going to fall off even if you're running. So that is a good feature to have. With that said, now let me tell you about the audio quality, which should be the main factor that should, well, compel you to get these. Now, I just don't talk about good sound or bad sound. I break the frequencies that broadly make up any sound, which is the highs, the mids, and the lows. So starting off with the highs are really crisp, really sharp. If I had a gun to my head, I would say that for my particular taste, there would be instances at times, few though, but I would find the sharpness of the highs to be a bit on the higher end. They did not hurt my ear, mind you, not at all, but it's to the point where it sounds just a tad bit over sharpened and not natural. But clarity being a factor, sharpness of sound being a factor, audibility of the highs being a factor, they've got you covered and you have no problems. Just that for my taste, I just find it a bit over sharpened, but still not bad at all. Now, coming to the mids or the vocals, this is something which was really surprising because the vocals sounded really nice, very clean, very crisp, no distortion at max volume. And all in all, it maintained that natural tone of the voice, which, ideally you should be able to listen to through any earphone. They maintained that and they sounded good. Now, coming to the bass or the low end was good. It wasn't overwhelming and by no means was it underwhelming. It was just right. The amount of bass that should be there in a track or is there in a track is exactly what you get to hear. You won't be left wanting for more. It doesn't superficially boost the bass, but gives you the right thump and the right thickness of the bass that is really enjoyable to listen to. Now, I just have three main gripes with the Zoook Upbeat. Number one, I wish they provided different sized earphones right in the box instead of just one standard size, because it might not fit all, and for me particularly, I found that after prolonged wearing sessions, I felt a bit uncomfortable. And I know you can take them off completely, but different sized earphones would have been good. Now, the second gripe is that the inline controls, while of top-notch quality and have really nice tactile feedback, they are a bit hard to press. They require quite a bit of pressure to actually make a click. So if it maintained the same tactile feedback while reducing the required pressure to actually press the button, that would have been great. And the third and final gripe is that since these earphones already have magnetic backs, I wish that if once we are done listening to them, as soon as we attach the magnetic backs together, it would disconnect from the phone and power off, thus saving battery. If this was there, this would have been just perfect. And that's it. The rest is all good. Get the Zoook Upbeats on Amazon for as low as $8.99, which is just insane. And the reason it's insane is because these earphones sound really good for the price point, really impressive sound. They have a really nice finish, so nothing about this earphone feels cheap. Really nice matte rubber finish, lightweight, not uncomfortable, just barring the earphones, which is, I'm sure, a special case because my ears are weird. And the audio quality, Bluetooth version 5, splash resistant, it's got the whole package. So definitely this does get my seal of buy with confidence, and I would definitely recommend that if you're looking to buy a Bluetooth earphone and your budget is under 1,000 rupees, look no further, go for this. So the link to this is in the description below. I would really appreciate that if you do decide to buy this earphone, use the link. It will help me run this channel and I can produce more content just for you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hit like on the way out, subscribe to Purcast 9, share this video with your friends, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.